Stay with us. Straight ahead, we meet one of the area's all-time greats in girls basketball as our 12 Sports Hall of Fame special continues. Welcome back to our 12 Sports Hall of Fame special. This next athlete scored over 2,000 points in an outstanding prep basketball career, and she's still playing.
Knight, and one. She helped set the foundation for success in one of the top girls basketball programs in Minnesota. 2004 Hopkins High School graduate Leslie Knight is the newest member of the 12 Sports Hall of Fame. Knight had the chance to play right away at Hopkins as a 7th grader. And for the 5 seasons that followed that, she was as tough of an opponent as there was in the Classic Lake Conference.
She was very strong, and even as an 8th grader when she first started, I was, astounded by how strong she was. And I think through that strength, she was just able to control a game, and she understood the game so well that she was just able to control things with what she had.
Brian Cosgriff took over as the team's head coach before Leslie's 8th grade year and made her a starter right away. She remembers the change around the program when he came in.
He came in with ideas and plans, and we were all of a sudden waking up at 6 in the morning in the summer, playing 5-on-5 from 6 to 7:30 or whatever the case was, and he really molded and shaped us and taught us a lot.
I'm very humbled when she says something like that, because I credit her just about to all our success here. Because without her and without her, leading the way in this program, I don't think we'd be where we are today.
As much as the 3-time All-State player helped her coach achieve success, Leslie says Brian Cosgriff helped her immensely.
He taught me dedication, discipline, organization, to be passionate about something and how to give it your all and how to pay attention to detail. So it was on the court, he taught me a lot about skill and about how to read the game, and then off the court, and just in life in general, about responsibility, dedication.
After 3rd place finishes in the state tournament in both 2002 and 2003, the Royals broke through in Leslie's senior year, winning the Class 4A tournament in 2004.
It was motivation. The last couple games, it was like, how could we not give it everything we had, and how could we not go out in there and win the championship after everything, all those hours and tears and sweat and blood and Saturday film sessions and 3-hour-long practices and early mornings in the summer? How could we not go out there and finally achieve what we've been working so hard to achieve?
The road immediately after high school was tough for Leslie, basketball-wise. She had accepted a scholarship to play at the University of Minnesota, where she saw the floor just 36 minutes total in her first 2 years. But after the 2006 season, the Gophers graduated 6 players, and 5 others left the program, leaving Leslie as one of the few remaining players. She was ready.
Knight works her way to the basket, off the glass, and has to.
Luckily, during my freshman and sophomore year, I never threw in the towel, and I had always continued to work during practice, in between classes. I hadn't taken time off. I had been preparing for this opportunity, and when that opportunity came, I was ready to grab it.
It was like going from famine to feast. Leslie started every game at Minnesota her junior and senior years, playing well enough to continue her basketball career overseas. She played her first season in Switzerland.
I had a fabulous year. It was a beautiful country, the most beautiful place I've ever lived.
For the past 6 years, Leslie played professionally in Spain for 3 different teams and is headed back for a 7th season. But she says the end of her playing days are probably in sight.
My body is feeling the wear and tear a little bit. I've had some calf problems the last 4 years, so we'll see how my body does this upcoming year.
Just your right foot, back and forth.
Leslie comes home to Minnesota in the summers, working various camps and clinics, including the Carvin and Montgomery basketball camps for the last 8 years.
There you go, that's better.
I enjoy teaching and I enjoy being around the game, but I enjoy making connections with the kids. I think that's important. I think the kids like that, learning their names and figuring out why they're here or what they've got going on during the summer. So I just, I enjoy the game.
Well, I know for a fact she's been offered coaching jobs, and she hasn't coached a day with her own team or anything like that. it would be my dream for her to come and take this program over when she decides her playing days are through. I'd love to see her come back and be a Hopkins Royal for life.
Jay, we didn't talk about it in the story, but one thing that Leslie enjoyed as a high school athlete, she was a three-sport athlete, played soccer through her sophomore year and then softball all the way through senior, and she enjoyed that cross-training that helped her, much like Darren Lampker, with basketball.
And I think Coach Cosgriff mentioned it too. Right now, we almost take it for granted that Hopkins is going to be right at the top every year. It wasn't always the case, and boy, she and her teammates from that time really elevated them into that next level. And what a great kid, what a great player, not a kid anymore, but it was when we covered her, of course, at Hopkins, and certainly had a fantastic career.
And perhaps a coach in the future. Next.